welcome to another episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. Folks, it's our job to give you the most interesting bits of real sports, entertainment, odd news, and whatever else we happen to stumble across on an hour-long podcast. Mikey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. That's right. You never know what you're going to get here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Woo, yeah. Another week is in the books. We got to have another crazy episode, and I do humbly submit that we have another week of crazy topics. I feel like the world is just getting crazier and crazier between sports, entertainment, and odd news.
It's
I
just
feel
nonstop.
We're going to get into it in sports in just a little bit, but things are crazy in the sports realm. Other than that, though, Mikey, my friend, how you doing?
Things are also crazy in the personal realm as well.
That's
because
right.
My brother got married this past weekend.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That actually happened this week. It's crazy.
Like I said last week, that thing is getting married.
Yeah.
Oh, this feels so good.
Our long-lost associate producer, Bruno, he officially tied the knot.
Yeah, him and his fiance, now wife, sister-in-law. It's weird saying all these things.
Yeah, she's now your sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law, yeah.
You've got an in-law now.
I've got an in-law now. But you know what? She is a fantastic sister-in-law. It was just a magical evening. I mean, you were there.
Yes.
The food was delicious. The dancing was crazy. The DJ was great. It was a beautiful day. They were worried about rain. It rained, then it stopped. They were able to have it outside like they wanted to.
Yeah, that worked out, yeah.
My sweaty dismay because I was dying.
It was a little hot.
But it was beautiful. It was beautiful, sweating aside. And it was like surreal being part of something like that, like watching your younger brother get married and just seeing how happy and just how fulfilled he looked.
Yep.
You know, so it was just a real honor to be a part of that and to, experience all the twists and turns and all of the highs and all of the crazy antics because, they're living in Chicago now. So he drove in earlier in the week.
From Chicago.
Yeah. It's like a 13-hour drive and with a dog, no less. And
do you remember what he said about the drive?
What did he say about the drive?
He said, Pennsylvania is so long.
Yes, it's the longest part. It takes about 6.5 hours to get across.
That's really half of the drive is Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Because Chicago's like right on the edge. Then Ohio is, kind of short. But Pennsylvania's a long state, guys. If you ever really look at it, it takes about like 6.5 hours to cross. But that night that he got in, we looked at photos for 6 hours just about until midnight to figure out, what photos they wanted the day of their wedding, to go on the little photo board. And then it was one thing after another because then it was bachelor party, then rehearsal dinner, then wedding, all crammed in to one weekend.
Yeah, crazy weekend.
Crazy weekend, but it was a fantastic time. So congratulations to John Bruno and Neha. Could not be happier. And can't wait to have you guys back in town after the honeymoon to hang out.
You know what would be the perfect way to honor this lovely celebration?
I can only guess.
Sausage shout out.
Sausage!
Yeah, give him the sausage shout out.
I thought you were gonna play the song.
I remember when Michael was a bitch, and now he's still a bitch. Michael's a bitch. Michael's a bitch. He is a bitch. Yeah, you know it. Woo!
I'll just say that you suggested it. I didn't suggest it at all. I just wanted to give him a sausage shout out. You wanted to play the song. So I think
singing it.
I think you.
It's in my head. It's an
You
earworm.
love the song, even though he calls you a bitch in it.
It's catchy.
It's got a good chorus and progression.
A good jingle is a good jingle.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's not a good jingle.
So there you go. The Mike is a bitch song coming to you here.
All over the Billboard Hot 100, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, top 40.
Top 40, sure.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what do the young kids listen to nowadays?
Yeah, these whippersnappers.
These whippersnappers. So that's my weekend was literally all about trying to get JB married. How was your weekend?
Pretty good. I mean, that took up 2 of the 3
that
days.
was pretty much your weekend as well.
Yeah, because I was with you for the bachelor party and the wedding.
Can we talk about Fogo de Chao?
Fogo de Chao was amazing.
I think that was my first experience.
Yeah, we had our first experience at Fogo de Chao.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen a group of guys put away food like that before. It was like frightening.
Yeah, we ate so much meat.
It was aggressive.
Yes.
Like you flip over those pucks and they come at you with like skewers and swords and they're like, "How much meat do you want?"
Yeah.
It was
that,
it
you
was
bastard.
Yeah. It was good though.
Yes,
it
it
was. A
was.
good time.
Very good food. Yeah, it was. Oh man, I definitely got my fill of all the steak and the leg of lamb, and oh my god, it just kept coming.
They had ribs and like bacon wrapped chicken, and I even like the salad. Even the salad bar. You don't think about going to the salad bar at a place like that. Even the salad bar stuff was good. I had like heart of palm, whatever that. Somebody tell me what that is. I was just eating stuff.
You actually ate a palm. You actually ate someone's hand.
It was delicious.
Yes.
That's the thing, though. At this place, I was just eating, like indiscriminately eating everything I could get my hands on. It was delicious.
Well, yeah, that was a nice celebration for Bruno. Because, we packed away some serious meat at that Fogo de Chao.
We did axe throwing as well.
Yep, we did some axe throwing
It was the first
later
time
on.
I did that. That was fun.
I was getting my groove back towards the end of the night.
You were really, like, after everybody was, like, sitting down, everybody's tucking out. Rich is up there like some sort of serial killer.
Because, I'm trying to finish this. I want to figure this out, yeah.
Like, honestly, you were doing training drills. You were just throwing and throwing and throwing. I was like, do I gotta watch myself now?
Yes, you do.
Watch my back?
Yes.
Rich would routinely, like, stand at the fence going, I know where you live.
Because I do. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Just
do not trust him with an axe. he hit the bullseye quite a few times.
I was getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like something like that. I try to tell people if you've never been axe throwing, it's really more like the actual momentum and like the methodology of throwing it. It's not strength.
It wasn't the power. I found when I was trying to throw harder, it was just it was coming out of my hands weird and like bouncing off the board. But when I just like kind of like flicked my wrist the right way, that's when I'd get a good hit.
Yeah. I feel like when I get a good hit, it's usually when I do the full extension.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to
the follow through, and I was better two-handed than one-handed. One-handed I was always come out like weird.
Yeah. Like you're supposed to bring the axe all the way, almost as if it's going to touch your back.
Right.
And then when you throw it forward and you're about to release it, you need to follow through on the release. And I felt like the times that I like actually remembered to do the full motion, that's when I was doing the best.
Yeah.
So it's really more that methodology than it is
it's like
any strength.
It's like a weird like version of golf.
You're right.
Because you got the wind up, you got to follow through, you got to keep everything like one fluid motion all the way through. You can't be like super powerful or like super like jerky. It's got to be one clean, smooth arch.
Yeah. So maybe that's why I liked it because it is kind of like golf.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
Is golf as therapeutic?
Well, we're gonna find out because we got some golf news in the sports sampler.
Actually, we do. You're right.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's just go into it because I can't believe the news that we have here. So let's launch into the first round of topics in the sports sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life.
Sports. In your face. Ha ha!
Sports coming at you in your face. And boy, if we got a topic here for you to start off with. This is a topic only... You know what? I said only I would like, but no, this is something I think all the sports world needs to monitor. Because the golf world is about to be split in two. They've already been split in two, but it's going to get worse.
You've been like on a tear with this topic because it's and I'll let you get into it because it has implications for other things, as you keep saying.
That's really what I want to get into. But here's the story. We got to talk about the LIV Tour, which is being kind of casually being known as the Live Tour, Live Tour. I don't know. The reason why it's called the Live Tour, it's spelled LIV, but it's actually supposed to represent the Roman numeral value of that, LIV. It's supposed to be 54.
Okay.
And the reason why is because on this tour, they are shortening the tournaments in that the tournaments aren't 4 days long. They're 3 days long.
Okay.
So therefore, it's 54 holes, not 72 as the PGA insists that it should be.
Well, it wraps things up quicker.
Yeah, so there you go. For all you guys that complain that golf is too long, there you go. This is a shortened version
That's
of it.
me.
Also, they do a shotgun start, which I think is very interesting.
What's that?
Basically, you take 18 golfers, and they all get a hole, and they have to start from, or 18 groups, because you can have obviously more than 18 golfers. But you take 18 groups, and they all start at a special hole, and then someone fires a shotgun, and then they start golfing. So
everybody is like starting on a different hole, and then they rotate
Yeah, so basically,
you have everybody golfing on every hole at once.
Right, so you're not doing the all-day tee time. This one's up at 8 a.m., this one's up at 9 a.m., this one's up at 10 a.m., this one's up at 11 a.m.
Shotgun start sounds way better.
Yeah, yep.
Holy hell, why don't they do that for everything?
Because the PGA and the major championships have usually like 100 golfers to start off with.
Oh. That's a lot of people.
Right. That's why they have cuts. And that's another thing, too. The LIV Tour does not have cuts. You play the whole
thing.
3 days. Yep.
So already it sounded a little bit better. What's the problem here?
Well, I mean, so first off, they're an independent, up-and-coming league. They're trying to challenge the PGA. And I got to admit, when I first heard about this, I was like, good luck with that. I don't think that's going to, really come to fruition. They're the PGA is the NFL of golf.
Yeah, it's tough to challenge those big established organizations.
Well, boy, was I wrong. Because the LIV Tour, the Live Tour, Live Tour, I don't know, whatever we're going to call this, they got a major influx of money from, out of all things, and this is absolutely true, Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
The country, Saudi Arabia.
The country is sponsoring golf.
Has decided to make a major investment into the LIV Tour, and you're going to see how much of a major investment this is, because the LIV Tour announced their roster of golfers and had their first tour event, and one of the biggest names in the world of golf has switched, and that is old lefty Phil Mickelson. It was announced that he was kind of the big heavy hitter veteran that the Live Tour was able to snatch away from the PGA Tour. And, it was, looking back, it was like, okay, all right, guess you got lefty, all right. And then immediately after the roster announcement came out, the PGA Tour announced that anybody that crosses over to the LIV Tour and plays in LIV Tour events will be banished from the PGA Tour and anything sponsored with the PGA. So we had this weird, you're not part of the club anymore drama happening.
Right.
Then, we were all kind of wondering, Phil Mickelson, wow, this is kind of a big hit to take if he wanted to ever come back into the golfing world and everything like that. But then we find out that according to Brentley Romine of the Golf Channel, he confirmed that Phil Mickelson, to jump to the LIV Tour, they gave him a $200 million deal to golf for them. Wow.
That's a pretty good deal.
Just to golf for them. This is not based on any results or...
He could finish dead last.
He could finish
in
dead
every
last.
Single game of golf.
Yes.
Wow.
And he collects $200 million over the next 5 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
As you put it, all he has to do is show up.
Show up. That's literally all they're paying him for.
Wow.
Come on down.
I mean, that's how you destabilize a big, entrenched organization. You steal their top talent, and you just throw money at everything.
Yep. It was also later announced that they got Sergio Garcia and a couple of other big-name golfers as well.
I'm seeing here Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yep. Names we've talked about before.
Yep.
So are we not going to talk about these names anymore? Are they completely removed from all of these different golf events? That's kind of the controversy that's happening now, because now, as I understand it, independent. So all of these opens.
So first off, let's get the baseline set correctly here. So now, if you join the LIV Tour,
no PGA.
No PGA. You're not part of the PGA anymore. This is an official separation, civil war in the golf industry. You're either team PGA or team LIV.
This is like wrestling back in the day, right? And you pointed out to me, I didn't know this, that a lot of these golfing majors are independent organizations like the U.S. Open, the British Open.
Yeah, so let's go over the 4 majors.
Right. Okay.
There's 4 golf majors.
Okay.
One of them's the PGA Championship, so unfortunately,
immediately these guys can't do that.
Yeah, you're done from that one because obviously that's run by PGA. This weekend is the U.S. Open.
Right.
But they kind of have the luckiest break out of everything because this all happened in the week leading up to the U.S. Open. So they're just kind of like, well, it's too late to do any changes to the U.S. Open.
It's just like shoulder shrug. We can't do anything.
Too bad. Like there's nothing we can do to actually enforce.
Right.
If we wanted to enforce it, there's nothing we can do.
Right.
So the U.S. Open, they're actually in the best position because they get to wait for the other 2 majors to make their decision. The British Open is run by the Royal and Ancient Golf Course, which is a real legit thing called the RNA.
Royal and Ancient.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Someone's a little full of themselves.
Yep. They probably have to make a decision on this soon because they have the last major of the year in July. But the real big heavy hitter, the crown jewel, the one that really could swing the tide of this is Augusta. It has to be. I'm sorry. It all comes down to the Masters at Augusta. There's something about the green jacket. The green jacket is the Lombardi Trophy of the golf world. But this is the interesting caveat, and Mike said it just a couple seconds ago. Augusta is an independent organization. They are their own separate entity. They are their own separate golf club. They don't have to abide by the rules of the PGA or anybody else.
Right.
The Augusta Golf Club runs the Masters in its entirety. They run the programming, the charges, the fees, the copyright, everything. They're in charge of it, lock, stock, and barrel. So the big question is, what does Augusta do? Because this could really be the line in the sand. This really could turn the tide. If Augusta comes out and follows suit with the PGA and says, we don't want any golfers from the LIV Tour, then PGA wins and they look like they're going to remain as the dominant golfing force for professional golfers.
Right.
But if they decide to shrug as well, or if they actually come out and say, no, we welcome all golfers to try and win the green jacket. They want to be the best golf tournament in the world. Kind of seems a little hypocritical to not allow some of the best golfers in the world just because they're on a separate tour.
Right, that damages their reputation.
If they do that, then what's the PGA? Because then the PGA looks weak as hell, and their banishment looks stupid, and the LIV Tour really looks very attractive to upcoming golfers. And boy, this could really be a fracture in not just the golf world. And I'm going to get a little bit panicky here. I'm going to get a little bit conspiracy theory here. But this could be the fracture that could affect other sports leagues as well. Allow me to go off the deep end, Mike. And audience.
Dive on in.
Please let me go off the deep end here.
Join us. Put on your swim trunks.
Think about specifically college football.
Okay.
Not the NFL. The NFL, they're pretty much got their iron grip hands on American football.
Right.
But think about college football. All right, college football. You have the NCAA that has allowed the bowl committee to pretty much have a monopoly over how college football is run. You have the stupid BCS standings and the playoffs, and there's only 4 teams getting the playoffs. And do people even really? People. It's better than what the system used to be, but it's still not perfect. I think most people would at least want an 8-team system. You got players that now they can get a little bit of sponsorship deals, but really it's the star players that get the sponsorship deals. It's really the ones that know they're going to go to the NFL. Right. The top tier prospects.
Right.
So most of the college football players don't really collect any money or anything. Maybe they get a free scholarship to the college that offers them a place on their team. But for the most part, most college football players don't make a lot of money.
No.
On their route to being a college football player.
Right.
So, with this archaic system, if you're looking across the sports realm and you're seeing a independent upstart golf league coming through, making waves, throwing money around like it's no problem, whether it's morally correct or not. I know a lot of people, that's a whole nother issue that this is backed by Saudi Arabia, but whatever. You're seeing this independent league chipping away at the status quo that was the PGA Tour, and now maybe they actually get what they want and have their golfers at the most prestigious event in the golfing world and making the once established league looking silly. I think this is if that domino falls, why not? To me, that's the floodgates. That's the beginning of going after college football. Why? If I was somebody with a lot of money and I saw that happen, I would go and create my own kind of minor league football league where I would go after high schoolers and tell them, don't go to college. You know, are you really going to make money as, you know, the second string running back for, I don't know, Virginia State?
Right.
Don't do that. Come over to the, you know, I don't know, NFL
Bob's
Junior.
football
I don't know,
league.
whatever. Yeah, minor league football. I don't know, whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah.
But come over here. We can give you a $2 million contract. That's not crazy for an upstart league. $2 million contract. And you're talking to kids that are 18, 19 years old. To them, that's guaranteed money that they're going to get.
You know, they're looking at that thinking that's the most money they're ever going to see in their life.
Yeah. I mean, this is this is what I'm trying to get at. Is this may seem like a silly golf feud happening.
Right.
But if Augusta rules that they're going to welcome all golfers to their Super Bowl event, and the PGA is left basically emasculated that their sanctions didn't work, I think that's the floodgates. I think that's the beginning that you could go after with enough money. That means with enough money, you could go after any sort of dominant sports league.
Right.
You know?
By trying to take their knees out. And my only thing is that if it were that simple, why hasn't it happened to this point? Because
I think just
the NFL and college football have a really strange relationship in that college players are required to complete, I believe it's 2 years of undergraduate college courses.
Yeah.
So you can't target anybody that is...
Well, you have to just be 2 years out of college.
2 years out of college, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 years out of high school, you mean?
I mean, sorry. Yeah, out of high school.
Yeah, because you need to be a sophomore in college in order to be drafted.
You can't be drafted straight from high school. You're right.
So why hasn't it happened before then? There's already a gap of time where, an upstart league like the XFL or something could target those guys. So why aren't they?
Because the XFL originally targeted the NFL. I'm not saying go after the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm saying go after college football because the way college football is set up is
all these
weird.
All these side leagues, the AFL, the CFL, the XFL, they want to try and take a bite out of the big NFL market. But you're saying ignore the NFL, try and take it away from the NCAA.
I think you could use the same model that they're basically around the same model that they're using for golf with college football. And I'm sure there's other people looking at it with other sports too. This isn't just my, experiment here with college football. I guarantee you.
I think football's the only one it works with because most other sports are drafted straight out of high school.
Yeah.
There's really no...
NBA's not anymore. They have a D League now.
They do?
They used to be that way because LeBron James was drafted out of high school, but it's not like that anymore.
Okay.
So it wouldn't surprise me if this attitude, or rather this mindset of coming after once established professional sports leagues becomes a thing. And I hate to say this, but think of a Jeff Bezos. Think of an Elon Musk. Think of somebody with so much money.
Yeah, and they just have nothing better to do with it. What better competitor to the NFL than having your own football, not the NFL, but what better way to drive subscribers to a streaming service than a brand new football league?
Yeah.
Something like you gave the example of Jeff Bezos.
Right.
Not only do we have Thursday Night Football, but we also have weird Bob's Minor League football.
And Amazon only is in league with the NFL, not college football.
Yeah. So they're like...
And that's another thing. You have all these crazy conferences, that the bowl committee and the NCAA have been allowed to run amok.
It's too convoluted. I think
it wouldn't
you're-
surprise me.
You're right in that it's so disorganized. It could be ripe for picking. My only hesitance here is if it were really that simple, it would have happened already. Somebody would have seen that niche, that gap in the market and filled it. Or do you think nobody's just thought of it yet? Could it really be that simple?
I think it's nobody's had the resources to go this deep yet. I mean, literally, the LIV is backed by the government of Saudi Arabia.
That's pretty big.
That's like a endless pool of money they can just go to. They gave Phil Mickelson $200 million just to show up.
This is a golfer who is like 50-plus years old.
He's 51.
51. I mean,
This is his retirement. That's
yeah.
it. That's all he's playing for.
He's near the end of his career. They're not signing a Tiger Woods in his prime or like a LeBron James right out of high school. They're signing a dude in the twilight of his career.
Yeah.
You know, the last 5-6 years kind of thing. This 5-year deal, he's going to retire, basically.
Right. He's going to use this and take the $200 million and go off into the sunset.
Yeah.
That's what this is for him. I don't blame Phil Mickelson at all. I know a lot of people are hating on him for taking this deal and starting the crack in the foundation, but I'm sorry. Somebody offers you $200 million. You got to think of, especially at the end of your career. At the end of your career, I think you got to take it. You got to consider it.
I agree with you. I understand people are like, I'm reading this article here. People are like, oh, Saudi Arabia, not exactly on the friendliest of terms with America, given past histories, but everybody likes to paint this narrative that athletes are like in it for the championship and in it for the glory. No, they're not. It's a business.
Yeah, you got to make money.
At the end of the day, they get a paycheck. And that's why when players hold out or players like have tantrums or demand trades, and why else would players sign with horrible teams? Why would Aaron Rodgers force the Green Bay Packers to like release all of their talent just so they could sign him for a bigger contract? It's about the money. They don't care about championships. Phil Mickelson is in it for the money.
This is his retirement plan.
Yeah, I mean, the championships and stuff are nice, but like, how many people don't win championships?
Yeah,
every year there's 31 teams
and
in the NFL that don't.
Probably Phil Mickelson's not going to win another major. I mean,
no, he's 50.
He's 51. Like he got lucky last. What was it 2 years ago?
How often do 50-plus-year-old golfers realistically win?
He was the oldest person to win a major.
There you go. He's done.
So
you can't fault him.
Yeah.
And you point out here, so he gets a $200 million deal, but they have the LIV have 8 events, and each one of them is a $4 million grand prize
to the winner. Yeah.
So I mean, that's even still, that's a huge amount of money. That's more than some of these majors pay out, right?
Usually that's around the same amount as the majors.
Oh, the same amount. I thought usually it was like 2 to 3.
Might be yeah. You know, it might be a little bit. It's in the ballpark. You're 3 million.
Very competitive.
Yes, and LIV,
there's 8 chances to win them.
And the LIV doesn't have cuts.
Yeah.
So as long as you fulfill 54 holes, you get some money. You get something.
There's literally no reason for golfers not to go with LIV because I think Augusta is going to allow them to play.
Oh, I'm telling,
Okay, so I'm the PGA and you're Augusta. Ooh, don't let them play. And you say, or what? What's the PGA going to do? Pull all their golfers? And then what? Augusta still has their event. They still have the Masters.
Yep.
And your guys just aren't there. They're going to throw the party, and you're not invited.
Yep.
If that's the most threatening thing you can do, you got no fangs. You're all bark.
Yeah. And
so Augusta, it all depends on how much Augusta likes the status quo, and I think how much the PGA is willing to bribe them. Because just like with the players, just like the players, it's all about the money.
Which side is going to give Augusta more money? That's really what this is going to come down to.
Because honestly, Augusta doesn't benefit from kicking out the LIV golfers.
Yeah, I mean, their whole aim is supposed to be the best golfing tournament in the world.
And you got names like Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau. You mentioned, who else was it?
Sergio Garcia.
I mean, these are big names. So golf fans are going to be like, sure, I can see a washed-up Tiger, but where's all these other guys? Some of them are young up-and-comers.
Yeah,
So Augusta does not benefit from excluding them, and I really can't think of a reason why they would, other than
just loyalty to the PGA or something,
which is weird. Why be loyal to some like giant monolithic organization when you could have the best of both worlds?
Yep. So even though the British Open is probably going to have to make the RNA of the British Open is going to have to make their decision really soon because their major's in July, so they're gonna. I think they're probably going to be the first domino to fall here. But
yeah, do you think Augusta will just follow suit with the royal ancient people?
not necessarily.
No, you think they could fall out of line? They could have a split decision.
It's Augusta.
Well, what if there's a split decision? What if it's the British Open goes one way and Augusta goes the other? Does that matter?
It's going to be Augusta. I hate to say it. I know that we're supposed to look at the four majors equally, but there's something about the
but
Augusta
are you
golf
saying
course.
that through rose-tinted glasses, or do you actually like unbiasedly?
Yes,
think
unbiased.
that the Masters
Absolutely,
is the end all be all.
it's the Super Bowl. That's the one. That's the Super Bowl. Masters
Okay.
Sunday is the one day all golf fans block out. No matter come hell or high water, you want to watch. You sit down. You want to watch Augusta on Masters Sunday. There's something about the green jacket. The tradition that's been there, a tradition unlike any other, as they say on the broadcast. It's just that's the Super Bowl of golf. If it's going to be Augusta's decision. The British Open might be like a harbinger of what they decide.
Right. So Augusta says, "Nope, get out of here, LIV." Are they dead in the water?
No, they're not. No, Augusta's not dead in the water.
No. I mean, is the LIV dead in the water? If Augusta says, "Get out of here," does that end it? Does that squash this conversation immediately?
Well, it squashes the conversation that the PGA and the LIV would be equals.
But like, would the LIV stand a chance?
They would still probably function as their own organization, but then they're not as well respected as the PGA. You get my drift?
Yeah, which basically makes it so that they'll fold in a couple of years.
I mean, maybe
like after Phil Mickelson's big contract, like
maybe
if they're not allowed to compete at the Masters and the British Open and all these other things, like who cares? They're dead in the water.
How far will money go? Because
exactly. Is Saudi Arabia going to fund something that nobody watches or nobody wants to participate in?
Yeah,
unless it's a front.
And that's
we're not going to go there.
That's a whole nother issue. Yeah, we can't get into that. But maybe they could get other veterans. See, maybe that could be like a veteran league or something where, like, if you've already gone through the paces and you've won your green jacket and you've won,
and you just want to cash out and just like play pretend pro golf.
Yeah, like Phil Mickelson. Maybe that's where this could shine. But yeah, it's all going to come down to the decision by Augusta. And because of that domino effect, I'm telling you, if you're a fan of football, if you're a fan of college football, if you're a fan of basketball, any of these major sports, you better keep an eye on this because this could be the domino that starts the fragmentation of your favorite sport.
Yeah, I mean, we crunched the numbers. You figure 50 players per roster. You need minimum 8 teams. That's 400 players. There's easily 400 high schoolers out there or college freshmen
that you could convince
that
to
would
be like,
if you go to any 19-year-old, pick any 19-year-old you know out of a hat and be like, here's $1.5 million.
Don't go to college. Don't
go to college.
Here.
Come do this thing. If at that point in my life, if somebody had said that to me, I would have like packed up all my stuff at college and immediately left.
Yep.
Immediately without a question.
Yep. I'm telling you it's this new design where give the players money up front to come play.
If someone could throw enough money at it, they could really destabilize it. I don't know that they'd ever be able to take it down, but I could see some shakiness there. Maybe they carve out like a small niche and they coexist. I just think that sometimes some things are too big to fail. Like NCAA.
Well, that's why I won't say like the NFL. The NFL is pretty.
But you think the
solid.
NCAA is
the NCAA? A lot of people have beef with, including me. So
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I agree as well. I think the whole infinite bowl things is so. I mean, like Rose Bowl, Tostitos Bowl.
Yeah, the BS Bowl.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so stupid.
Every brand has a bowl. It's like Energizer Bunny Bowl. I don't know. Like. Would just name random brands.
There should be a PlayStation Bowl.
Bottled water bowl. Like it's like ridiculous.
Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's an avenue this could go down. But it could be any sport. Any sport that has remained unchallenged.
I think basketball is nobody watches basketball anyway.
Oh no, you're wrong about that. People love basketball.
You think?
You're wrong about that.
Yeah. People love the NCAA. In some states, college football is the football.
Well, that's because there's no NFL.
Like the Ohio State.
Or Alabama. There's no NFL team.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think NCAA is way bigger than you give it credit for.
And I think you're selling basketball short because basketball is very popular.
I guess.
Yep.
I think it's boring as hell.
Well, you know what's funny is we're talking about kind of trying to establish we're trying to upset the established order here. So we decided to do a little upsetting the established order of our own. Usually we have a 2-minute drill, but we have a topic here. We thought maybe this should be something that we expand into a 3-minute drill.
What?
Take that, NFL. So instead, we're going to do the 3-minute drill. You ready, Mike?
Let's do it.
All right, let's launch the clock. There you go, 3 minutes. What do you got?
Oh, I love the new music.
Yeah, 3 minutes, go.
So we got one big topic here in the 3-minute drill. It is about Deshaun Watson. He's finally come out and said he has some regrets about his whole legal situation. He regrets the impact the allegations have had on the Browns organization and the fans, but still maintains he regrets nothing about his actions. Here's the quote. Quote, I do understand that I do have regrets as far as the impact that it's had on the community and people outside of just myself. And that includes my family, that includes the organization, that includes my teammates in this locker room that have to answer these questions, that includes the fan base of the Cleveland Browns, that includes males, females, everyone across the world. That's one thing I do regret is the impact that it's triggered on so many people. It's tough to have to deal with.
Thank you for explaining all that people nonsense.
I think it's really absurd that he literally named everyone across the world except the women who have brought these allegations forward.
Yeah, that's a weird way to dance around the issue.
So first he goes to the Bahamas. Well, no, first he signs a massive, fully guaranteed contract. Then he says he did nothing wrong. Then he went to the Bahamas, and now he says, I still did nothing wrong, but I'm sorry I upset the Browns organization.
Yeah.
I mean, can this get any worse from an optics point of view?
Yeah, this is just tone deaf.
Completely tone deaf. Like he's playing a different song.
Yeah. All right. I want to just get into this part though.
Okay.
What? This is getting to be like a comically long list. Now we're up to what? 25?
It's 24 women, but also the Texans organization itself has been added as a defendant in the civil case because Watson used official team NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and other team resources to help facilitate the meetings with 65 or more masseuses over the course of a year. As a reminder, 24 of those 65 are pressing these civil suits. 2 are pursuing criminal charges. 15 others have confirmed meeting with the quarterback with news outlets, several of whom are speaking out against him but are not seeking to sue. So you're looking at probably like half of these 65 plus women are like, yeah, he did something.
He's got to be suspended for the rest of the year. It's got to be a year suspension.
This is calamitous by any stretch of the imagination. I do want to point out, though, that 15 women have issued statements in favor of Watson at the behest of his lawyer.
Yeah, what were we saying about money?
Hey, look, when 40 people say one thing and 15 say another, hey, you know, where there's
ratios.
Smoke, ratios, math.
Yeah. But I think he's got to be suspended for the upcoming season.
It's got to be a year.
It's
got to be a year.
I don't see how you could break it down to piecemeal it or anything like that. It's got to be a full season.
Absolutely.
That's the bottom line. And that's our ending cue. There you go. 3 minutes.
I love it.
3-minute drill.
Also, the music. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that.
That was, and it's exactly 3 minutes. It works beautifully.
I think we got a new segment on our hands.
Yeah, there you go. We're
taking down the 2-minute drill. With the 3-minute drill.
I think it's got to be the 3-minute drill.
Yeah,
because we're taking down the rules.
That's right. Down with the man.
We're an independent league here.
Yeah.
So there you go. We don't have to play by anybody's rules.
We make our own rules.
We're creating our own. It's the 3-minute drill. Coming soon to more sports samplers near you here on the Crispy Noodle podcast. But right now, that will wrap up the sports sampler. Oh man, that was a long. I know it was a beefy golf talk. I know
it was, but it was good stuff.
I never thought you would allow me to go on a beefy golf
Because it wasn't really about golf.
I know. That is kind of true. I mean, I'm telling you, anybody that, your favorite sport, this may affect it.
Yeah.
Everybody should keep an eye on the development that Augusta makes. Somehow Augusta could make a decision that affects all of sports. Go figure. But with that, we got to wrap up the Sports Sampler and take a break. But don't go anywhere because we still got the entertainment entree and then the non-fortune cookie odd news still to come. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
If you go to Taco Bell at 3 a.m, this is what you're going to get. Yeah,
That clip is already coming into play.
Yes, already. So there you go.
Stop.
What happened?
The thing went on.
Well, how did that turn on?
I don't know. The fart sound.
The fart sound turned Amazon on?
I think the fart sound turned on my Echo.
What the
I
hell?
don't know. It turned on.
What are you doing, Jeff Bezos? What are you into?
Basically, he's listening to fart sounds.
He's listening to our fart sounds. Oh, my God.
I changed the trigger word to fart. I got to fart at it now. I don't know what happened.
That's really awkward. You're going to have to... Excuse me.
Excuse me. How can I help you?
You may need some bowel.
Do you want me to automatically order you Pepto-Bismol? I don't know why. I don't know why I'm talking to it solely through farts now.
It actually, you fart into it.
Fart once for yes and twice for no.
No. Actually, you fart into the device, and then
Yeah.
Amazon can determine what medicine you need.
Oh, right. Wow. That's next level right there. Or what you've been eating and what you want to reorder. I detect Cheetos. Would you like to subscribe?
Would you like a bulk order of Cheetos?
Oh, yes, please.
Cheetos ordered.
Cheetos. That story took a turn.
Yeah.
Cheetos ordered.
Okay. All right. There you go. The latest from Jeff Bezos and Amazon.
It's amazing technology, I tell you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We did a lot of golf talk, and I'm glad you let me go off on golf there.
Yeah.
It was...
Well, it was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, and it's something that I don't think you're going to really find in other leagues, considering that Augusta is its own independent body.
Yeah, there's no great one-to-one comparison for what's happening in golf.
Right, so a very unique scenario in the sports realm. But, folks, it's time to move away from sports, and we're going to go into the next part of the show where we review movies and music and TV and stuff like that. It's time for the entertainment entree.
And now, the latest in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty?
Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
This is the entertainment entree.
All right, and with that, we're going to launch into the segment where Mike is going to let you know what to keep an eye out for this weekend when it comes to movies, TV, and video games. It's time for Mike's This Week in Entertainment. All right, Mikey, what do you got for us?
All right, this week in entertainment in theaters, Pixar's latest film, Lightyear, comes to the big screen this week. This is an action-adventure story of Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear, who inspired the toy. So this is a little weird to me, but basically it is a human version of Buzz Lightyear, who in that universe was a real person who inspired the toy in Toy Story. So you get to follow Buzz Lightyear as he's lost in space, basically, and he's trying to get back home, fighting off against aliens and Zurg, and all that fun stuff. So far, the movie has, pretty average reviews. It has an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes with an average score of 6.9 out of 10. It's got a 61 on Metacritic. So Pixar and Toy Story fans will probably still appreciate it, and makes the perfect movie to watch with the whole family as you're trying to beat the heat this summer. So check out Lightyear in theaters this weekend. In the world of video games, though, no big new releases, but there is a new PlayStation Plus service rolling out to North America this week. There are now 3 tiers of PlayStation Plus. The lowest tier is the PlayStation Plus we're all used to. You get to play online, save games online, all that good stuff. But the higher tiers provide access to a growing catalog of both classic games and newer blockbusters, as well as the ability to stream games and play game trials of, somewhere in the range of 3 to 5 hours of a game before you decide to buy it. So the service promises over 400 games at launch, with more available as it continues to grow. So I checked it out. I checked out some of the streaming options, and some of the simpler games they stream. As far as I can tell, I have pretty good internet, pretty well. One of the more action-oriented games I tried, I noticed, a tiny bit of lag and latency, but I wonder if it's maybe just a poorly built game, so maybe something that's, a little bit more refinement on it might fare a little bit better. But 400 games to choose from, either download, stream. That's a pretty good deal. So go check out those new PlayStation Plus tiers, the highest of which is $120 per year, so roughly double the current rate of PlayStation Plus. And that's what we're looking forward to this week in entertainment.
All right, Mikey, thank you for that segment. This week in entertainment. Let's talk about Netflix. Speaking of other big behemoths, we're talking a little bit of Netflix here because you may be getting charged now for password sharing. Yes, folks, this does affect you directly. Maybe something you want to perk up for here.
Yeah, so this is weird. Netflix has been getting a lot of flack for this recently in the past couple weeks or so. They're currently piloting this new policy. Actually, they've been piloting it since, I think, this earlier in the spring, in Costa Rica, Chile, and Peru. Under the terms of this test, subscribers are charged a monthly fee of roughly $2 to $3 in the local currency, of course, to add an extra member account for someone living outside the household. And this is the problem with how they define household. So they are defining it as people who share a physical domicile. So, for instance, I couldn't share my subscription with my parents because we both live in different physical locations, 10 minutes away, but different. Not good.
Right. Too much physical distance.
So, right, exactly. It needs to be much closer. So they're testing this in some of their smaller markets. They've been, getting a lot of flack for it. There's a lot of gray areas to what a household is. If it's just the physical location, it's not really a great description because it doesn't reflect how modern families are kind of set up anymore. So what do you think? Is it fair to charge extra for sharing passwords? Because in Netflix's view, what's to stop me from giving the password to 10, 20 people and they just watch whatever they want to watch?
Well, because I thought they have a device limit. I thought that was the solution.
Simultaneous streams.
Right.
So I think under my plan personally, you can have 4 simultaneous streams. So hypothetically, you could give it to 4 different completely separate households. And every household could stream something at the same time without any issue.
Yeah, but
so do you think that's enough built-in prevention?
I think that should be the limit. That should be the ceiling.
What should?
That just having that ability to stop 4 simultaneous screens. Because now blocking passwords from physical locations, that's a dangerous path. I mean, what happens if you're someone that travels a lot? People like to view Netflix on their phone while they're on a flight or while they're
that's
going
true.
back and forth.
So how do they even determine that? I think that's part of the problem. How do they determine that? Is it the address that's on the credit card that's paying for it? And how do you verify, like you said, if I'm traveling and you say I take a vacation and I want to pull up something on my phone and they register based on my phone's location services. Oh, he's not in the location of the address on the credit card. No good. And I'll tell you this, my address on the credit card is different from where I'm living right now because it's an apartment. So does that even count?
And how about an apartment? You could give your everybody's physically located next together in an apartment.
Right.
That wouldn't stop the spreading in the apartment.
Netflix, I'm going to go give my password to everybody on my floor.
Yeah.
Take that.
That's the same location.
So not fair. Just out of hand dismissing it, not fair.
I think it's needless. I think that's... You're creating a problem that doesn't need to be a problem.
Right. So here's the flip side to this, because it seems like we solved it pretty simply. Is it the only way, and I've seen this mentioned before, is it the only way that Netflix survives the streaming wars? Because the problem they're facing now is they gained all their subscribers when there was nobody else in the game.
Yeah.
Now you got Amazon, Hulu, Disney, Paramount, Peacock, YouTube. The list literally goes on infinitely. And with some of these guys, specifically the ones that I could see giving Netflix a hard time, HBO, Paramount, and Peacock, and Disney, because they all have established content libraries. Like you go to HBO for The Sopranos and The Wire. You go to Disney for literally everything from your childhood.
I don't know if you know this. HBO Max is much more than that. Like they have
a lot.
They have all the DC comic
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, there's a lot HBO Max has.
Time Warner stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Turner Classic Movies. Yeah.
But Disney and Paramount, I mean, literally 2 of the biggest film distributors, and also Peacock because NBC Universal. How does Netflix compete against these guys, constantly whittling away their content library, and Netflix is only shoveling out reality TV anymore?
Well, because I would hope the answer would be higher quality content.
But to compete with the volume, they have to churn out so much trash at the same time.
So here's right now they're hitting a home run with me between Stranger Things, the latest documentary, Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey.
Yeah.
I watched that over the weekend.
It's pretty good.
Like, that's how you keep me being a loyal subscriber, is keep making good content that that I'm curious by and that I want to keep watching.
But is it enough when the other guys are cheaper and they scratch that nostalgia itch?
If it is good quality, yes. Because I'm telling you, I watched The Irishman like twice, or like 2 or 3 times. I know a lot of people else, don't, but I love Scorsese, and I love the fact that Netflix took a gamble on that, and I watch it sometimes, and to me that's what it comes down to. Show me your original content.
But here's the scary reality of it: is that they had their first subscriber drop in a decade, And now that things are opening up after the pandemic, people aren't streaming as much as they still stream a lot, but not as much during the height of it. And producing content only gets more expensive. How do you keep up with the next Game of Thrones if you're, Netflix, who doesn't have the backing of a major distributor or production studio?
I mean, if that is a serious worry.
And then also, at what point does the subscription cost tip the scales for people? Because people, the past couple of years, it's every year almost, it's another $1 here, another $1 there, another $1 here.
Yeah, I mean, that's another factor, too. It will
all these things kind of converging. I'm not advocating for password charging, but it's just an interesting thing. Like, will Netflix be around in the next decade? If we keep seeing this fragmentation of streaming services and everybody pulling their content away, does Netflix have enough custom content to keep people?
I mean, if that is a legitimate worry, then why don't they partner up with a movie studio or something like that?
That would be a good option, yeah.
I would rather you go that route. To me, that would be a better solution than this nickel and dime, like, oh, you're moving over there, we're going to charge you, take that.
Right, yeah, because what's to stop them, like... Yeah,
this is not the way to fix the problem.
Is it $2 to $3 per additional household?
Because here's the worst case scenario, and don't underestimate this. The moment that people feel like they're getting gypped or they're being treated unfair, they will unsubscribe and they will go to other resources to find the media that they want to see.
But also, here's another big secret. Rich, you almost sounded like a pirate there. That was weird.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that over there by the bay?
Is that a pirate by the bay?
Huh, interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So here's the other secret fact, is that people want ease of use and ease of access. So how do you defeat the pirate by the bay? And how do you defeat LimeWire? iTunes. How do you defeat iTunes? Spotify. Netflix is kind of like making it more complicated.
Yep.
And people are going to say, is it worth it? Is it worth it to pay another $2 for, my grandparents down the road? Another $2 for, my sibling who just moved out? Or is it easier to just get rid of it?
Yeah. So that to me, that's the worst case scenario. If I'm a Netflix executive.
Because the thing that Netflix has always trumpeted over the other guys is their algorithms and their ease of use. And if you make it too hard to use, if billing becomes a headache, I think people are done.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think...
Could you imagine having to manage households on a Netflix subscription?
Yeah.
Like adding addresses, removing addresses, like $2 here, $2 there? I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think this is the answer.
I don't think so either. I think the only way to do it is, unfortunately, double down on content creation that's going to cause a spike in subscription rates.
Yep.
But
and Netflix has been hitting recently between...
They have been. I think they need to cut down on the amount of trash they're putting out, though. Like, there's a lot of reality TV on there.
Well,
it's cheap.
That's the cheapest thing to make.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
I'm just worried it's going to be like reality TV 24/7 at some point. Like the Witchers and the Stranger Things. Like, can you imagine how much Stranger Things cost to make?
Well, that's why they're only going to do one more season.
Yeah, exactly, though.
Yeah.
That kind of thing worries me. So, I don't know. Just something to keep in mind. This is a very worrying podcast between golf, destroying football, apparently, for some reason.
College football,
yeah.
Yeah, you keep lumping it all together. No, I'm not
just
saying
college football.
I'm not saying they go after the NFL, but I do think college football has a vulnerability that needs to be exploited.
Yeah. But I don't know. Let us know, guys. Tell us your thoughts on Netflix price share or password sharing charge. It's such a weird concept.
Yeah.
In favor, not in favor? Do you think this is the end of Netflix? How long do you think they have? Because I see people online, they talk, maybe in a decade's time, they just run out of money.
Yeah, I mean, that is possible, considering that they don't have kind of their own...
established content library.
Yeah.
They had to build everything in the past 10, 15 years. Disney goes back to 1920s. Like, they just,
Yeah.
Like Paramount as well. Universal. Like, these guys have decades of content.
Constant content.
They have the studios and the distributors and just... So we'll see.
To me, why don't Netflix look out for a movie distributor or something that doesn't have one yet?
Here's the problem. Paramount
Paramount
Disney,
does. Disney
Universal. Fox was bought by
does.
Disney.
No, I forgot about Fox.
It's just Sony that I can think of major film studios and distributors. I can't.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think Sony would partner with Netflix. That doesn't seem like that would be their cup of
No,
tea.
because Sony has Crackle, which is like always forgotten about because it's awful. But
Yeah, nobody cares about Crackle.
no, nobody cares about Crackle. So
Get the hell out of here.
it's just something because Amazon bought MGM.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So all of a sudden, Netflix is sitting there, odd man out.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
See what I mean? All of a sudden, it's like, ooh, awkward.
Yeah. Whoops.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I love Netflix is still one of my favorites. I hope they stick around and do not charge me for password sharing.
Yeah,
that is my official stance.
Don't do that crap. That to me would be the sign of desperation that they're getting maybe to the end of their lifespan.
If they expand that past like Peru and Chile, like there's a reason why they're testing it in Peru and Chile because they're afraid to test it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because they know the backlash would be swift and huge.
Yeah. Yep.
But let's talk about something lighter.
Yeah, that's right. We're running a little bit late, so how about we go right to the non-fortune cookie odd news? How about that?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's end it on a light
and
note.
it is light, so there you go. Lighter note here, the non-fortune cookie odd news.
We've been talking about cool and its ramifications and how it applies to the hip scene. But maybe you could give us some examples now of the opposite of cool, uncool. Just exactly what is uncool?
My nipples look like milk duds.
Holy shnikes.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing.
How you doing? Me? I'm doing great.
Manda de bastata. I don't make this stuff up.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. That'll be $4, baby. You want fries with that?
I seen the celery dance across the baseball fields.
You had me at meat tornado.
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Okay. What does that mean?
And now it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
So sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders. Go to the bathroom because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo, odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. That means I don't know what's about to happen, you guys don't know what's about to happen, and even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Are we heading to Florida?
All right, so I got two odd news stories here, and the first one, let's go to Florida. Why not?
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
But specifically, we're going to a town called Cocoa, Florida.
Okay.
So, boy, right there, that puts you right at
Cocoa, Florida.
We're going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs here already, right from the get-go.
Okay.
COCOA, Cocoa,
weird.
Florida. That's the name of this town.
COCOA.
Cocoa Bean. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, there's an actual town.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Are they known for cocoa?
I don't know. Are they trying to cut in on Hershey's action here? You stop that, Florida.
They better not.
You stop that. Hershey is the dominant candy bar, not any of that cocoa crap.
I'm trying to look up what they got going for them. They got something called Cocoa Village as part of their tourism.
All right, there you go. Cocoa Village. You can go.
Historic cocoa post office.
Wow, very historic.
So what happened in Cocoa, Florida?
Yes. This is a short story, but the first line just lays it all out here. A Florida man told cops that the reason why he punched an ATM machine was because it spit out too much cash and he didn't know what else to do.
He punched, you said he punched
an ATM machine
because it spit out too much cash.
Yes. He repeatedly punched it because according to the Wells Fargo Bank in Cocoa, They said the man did $5,000 worth of damage to the ATM machine.
With his hands?
Yeah.
Ow.
He just kept punching the crap out of it.
Oh, man, that must have hurt.
Yeah.
And again, he did this because it spit out too much cash.
Yes, because it spit out too much cash.
I don't think I've ever had that problem.
Yeah, not that it gave
Like,
me too little.
Oh, it gave me so much money. I'm so enraged.
What do I do?
Like,
too much cash made him angry.
That's a first world problem if I've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
I just have so much money, I don't know what to do with it.
Oh my God, it won't stop.
So, was it his money or was it just dispensing money? Like did he put in like, oh, you know, I want like $10,000 from this ATM, and it just starts shooting out 20s, or like,
yeah, I guess it just
or
whatever.
did it malfunction and shoot out not his money? Because,
well, unfortunately, we'll never know because he did so much damage to this ATM machine. He was arrested on a criminal mischief charge after the bank officials decided to press charges. An arrest report says that the man, 23-year-old Michael Joseph Alexic, what a name. Alexic. Sounds like a remix or something. Alexic. I don't know. I feel like it's a remix in a dance song.
Okay.
Alexic. Like, I don't know.
Electric Alexic.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
stop.
Turning on Amazon devices over there. Oh no.
Stop.
There you go. All right, the Amazon devices were turning on because of this guy. Thank you, Florida man.
Causing pandemonium.
The arrest report says that he told the bank manager at the time that the money was spitting him too much money, and he didn't know what to do because he had to get to work. I don't know what to do.
Not a finger!
But
just all that happening at once in the
actual
ATM.
audio.
Yeah. Just repeatedly just going at it. I'm so
confused though, because he wanted the money, right?
I guess he wanted some money, but not this amount. And I love the phrase "spitting the money," like it's just like pelting.
It's like shooting out like
yeah. I wish an ATM machine would do that for me.
Yeah, right.
What the hell?
It only gives me the exact amount that I want, and it's never enough.
Never have this problem.
Yeah, right.
He actually apologized to the bank manager, but unfortunately, they decided to press charges, and he faces sentencing. So. Even though he apologized, it wasn't good enough. You can't destroy an ATM machine.
Because you did $5,000 worth of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
By doing that.
Actual audio of the incident right there. All right, so there you go. Quick story there, and just little check in there from Florida.
Yeah.
But
hello, Florida.
Yes. But I actually have another odd news story, and this is from our good friend Joe Shipek.
Okay, he's
back.
He's contacted the show many a times.
Yes, he's back on the prowl for us, giving us some strange odd news.
Always with the odd news.
Yep.
Do I have to worry, Joe, or is everything all right?
He's the junior odd news researcher.
That's right. Yeah, he's the man on the streets.
He's very good researcher for us here. But this is something that aired on TV. A woman went on a morning show and claimed that she is in love with an invisible alien and that the intergalactic lover is better than any Earthman, according to the interview.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
This was on TV?
Yes. There is proof.
Can we watch it?
You can. I can't show it.
You can't show it?
No, the only thing I can do is I can show a still from...
Can I see the invisible alien?
So no, you can't see the invisible alien.
Oh, because he's invisible.
But you can see the...
Oh, my God.
You can see the lovely lady that claims that she's fallen in love with an alien. So
yeah, she
there you
looks
go.
like the type of person that would love an alien.
Yeah,
This is real.
Yeah, she went on a morning show in London.
There's a lot of things that we've seen in the odd news. This is the first one I've asked, is this real?
Yes. And as a matter of fact...
What?
Yes. And as a matter of fact, if she looks familiar, she was actually an actress known as Abby Bella. But now, yes, Abby Bella was her acting name. But now she goes by the new name Emanuela Rose. And the reason why she goes by Emanuela Rose is because she believes the alien is named Emmanuel, and she changed her name to reflect that she is married to the alien.
Oh, my God.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Yes.
So wait, hold on. Wait. She is having intimate relations with this invisible alien.
Yes.
And you said she believes its name is
Emmanuel.
but she doesn't know.
That's what she calls her invisible lover.
But she only believes it. She doesn't know it for a fact. So you meet somebody, you're like, oh, we had great chemistry. I think their name is Bob. I don't know.
Yeah, whoops.
I believe it's Bob.
I forgot to get those details. Whoops.
So she's married to someone she doesn't even know his full name.
Yes, but she changed her name anyway.
What if she changed it to the wrong alien name?
Yeah, does the alien have some sort of way to like, I don't know, some sort of buzzer? I don't know.
Does the alien talk?
Yeah.
So she can feel the alien.
She can feel it.
But can she hear him?
I don't know.
I just want to know more about...
Well, let me get into this story here.
Okay.
So this woman claims that she was abducted from her flat in Canary Wharf by a UFO that enveloped her in a beam of yellow light.
Oh, my God. Okay.
She says that the aliens do not have human form, are invisible to the human eye.
Okay.
And she said on the morning show, by the way, the morning show is called This Morning. So how original. If you want to watch the show, it's called This Morning.
This Morning.
She says on the air, quote, I have to say, once you go alien, you'll forget all Earthmen. So she will never go back to human males, apparently.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
So she legit believes this. Like,
yes.
Hardcore believes this.
Yes.
Like, if she gets invited to a function with a +1, she's showing up and there's an empty seat next to her.
But
she,
to her,
she
it's
fully expects the food on that plate to be eaten by that invisible thing.
But it's Emmanuel.
Oh,
sorry,
Emmanuel, not that thing. Sorry,
right.
sorry. I was being extraterrestrialist.
She further goes on, saying that the aliens are loving light and are pure like energy. So
what in the world?
So she concludes by saying that she can only have sex up into a certain degree. She can't go all the way into alien sex because the energy would kill her.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
Talk about an orgasm. What logic?
The energy would kill her.
What logic? That's really nice of Emmanuel to know that you got to go to a certain limit.
Yeah, right.
And you can't cross over that.
Right, you just kill her. How? I want to know how it works though, because they're beings of energy and light, right? So how does that work?
I think the light goes up the hoo-ah. I don't know.
Does it? Fit more than a machine gun up there.
Hoo-ah! I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah. Oh That statement got me.
The energy would kill her.
She can't do full alien sex.
What is full alien sex?
I don't know, but
how is it different than full regular sex?
We don't know. It would kill us.
It would kill us. Yeah,
It's like what was it? The thing in Mass Effect, Samara.
Oh yes,
yes,
Ardat-Yakshi.
Yes.
Oh God,
thank you for remembering
We're
that.
We're so nerdy.
Yes, Samara.
Oh man, we just lost all of our listeners.
If you know Mass Effect, that's this.
Ardat-Yakshi. Yeah, her daughter Morinth was an Ardat-Yakshi, and if you have sex,
Samara was the nice one.
Right,
Morinth wasn't.
And you have sex with them, it kills you.
There you go. Yes.
So this lady is married to an Asari Ardat-Yakshi.
Yes. Named Emmanuel.
Mass Effect is real. The energy would kill her. She went on TV and said this.
Yes. She went on the morning show.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, because
there's proof of this. I cannot show it to you because of, this is their show.
Yeah.
But
this is wild. Why did she go on TV to say this?
Look, if a producer hears some crazy lady willing to admit that she banged an alien.
But not all the way, because the energy would kill her. And also, its name is Emmanuel.
Yes.
And
she's married. You have her on the show. I want to talk to her.
Also,
can we get her on the show?
I just want to reverse real quick. She said that she was abducted.
Originally.
So she was kidnapped and she fell in love with a kidnapper.
Yes. So this is...
There's also Stockholm
Syndrome. Yes, you're
Stockholm Syndrome with an invisible, murderous, alien gigolo.
Ardat-Yakshi.
Ardat-Yakshi.
Gigolo. Yes, you're correct.
Wow. That's beautiful. When's the wedding?
Yeah, right?
Can we go?
She also says that she does have a ring, but it's
it also invisible?
But it's more like a pebble from the beach.
What does that even mean?
Unfortunately, Emmanuel does not have Earth money.
No, because he's an alien. You stupid. I can't. Oh, my God.
I just love the logistics of this.
Well, he doesn't have Earth money.
I mean, of course. He's an alien. He doesn't have Earth money.
The ring is more like a pebble.
Right.
Those two things,
understand, right?
Of course. Oh, everybody has a ring versus pebble situation, of course.
Yes. Oh, my God.
So he can't go all the way. He can't afford a ring.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know his name.
Or at least hasn't communicated the name.
She thinks it's Emmanuel. She believes it's Emmanuel.
Yeah. But this is...
that picture up there. There you go.
Yeah,
that's Emmanuel without his Earth money. So she married a poor alien kidnapper.
Yeah. But in conclusion, Emanuela says that she is excited to have more commitment from her alien partner and ready to take the relationship further. Aww,
I just want them to televise the wedding.
Yes. Yes. Is there going to be a real wedding? There has to be.
On this show, people have married Ferris wheels. They've married other inanimate objects. It's just the Ferris wheel I can remember. And now invisible aliens.
Oh, was it? We also had the airplane.
Oh no, not an airplane. A piece
of an airplane.
It was like half a door.
Yeah.
It was like a panel from it.
Yeah, she loved that
Ferris
panel.
At the time I was like, "That's weird. That's stupid." I have to officially retract those statements because at least those were physical, visible objects.
So this one's worse than the Ferris wheel and the airplane?
A poor, invisible alien kidnapper who can't even go all the way, gave her a pebble instead of a ring, doesn't know his name, maybe. I don't know. What are name one positive, Rich, other than the potential life-ending sex?
I mean, she claims the sex is really good. She says she won't go back to Earth.
But how deep is a relationship if that's all you got? Is 70% power?
What's the scale exactly?
What's the scale? I don't understand.
Yeah, are we talking about 5% isn't
also,
there?
Also, how's he going to take care of the kids if he's invisible and just energy?
Just like a father. Deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat dad.
Just never there.
Doesn't have any Earth money. Typical alien dad. Unbelievable. I simultaneously love and hate this story. Thank you, Joe.
Yes, Joe Chapek. He came
for
through.
giving me a good laugh and also raising my blood pressure all at the same time.
He gave us a good story for the conclusion of the non-fortune cookie odd news. I love the fact the woman actually had practical things that she was responding. Oh, of course we don't have
of course.
Ring.
He doesn't have Earth money.
He doesn't have Earth money.
Of course,
yeah.
And she's like, oh, but don't worry, he's a millionaire back on his planet. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Cuckoo whack job person.
Well, there you go.
Emmanuel and Emanuela.
Yeah. Change your name.
But that's not even how you change it. She did everything wrong. She didn't do a single thing right.
Please recap.
Well, so she gets kidnapped. She's like, oh, wow, I love this kidnapper so much. He's invisible. Can't see a damn thing about him.
But she can feel him.
I can feel his love energy coming off of his light being.
Right up in the hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah! Right. Yeah. So he's poor, doesn't know his name. He wants to marry her, but can't afford a ring because he has no Earth money.
Yes.
So he gives her a pebble. Like, what? And then she takes his first name, which she may or may not know.
Yeah, I guess.
What's his last name?
I guess he doesn't have a last name. That's the way you have to take their name in the alien culture.
Because you said his name was Emmanuel.
Yes.
And so she made her name Emanuela.
Right.
That's not how changing names works.
Maybe it does with the aliens. You change your first name only. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. That's bizarre. I don't like this.
So.
Wait, why? Why? I'm so upset. Anyway. Oh, wow. That was a good one.
Well, Joe Chapek, you did your job then.
You did your job.
That was
invisible alien sex.
Yeah. That was one for the ages.
That's one to remember.
Yep. And there you go. That's what I have for you this week in the non-fortune cookie odd news. What a story. But with that, we got to start wrapping up this episode. Crazy odd news stories. Crazy sports stories in the world of golf. Netflix on the ropes. I mean, this has been a crazy dynamic episode.
It truly has been.
Yep. And thank you guys for supporting us and joining us on this episode. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to our website, thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But most importantly, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you get the video feed. This is our default feed now. We are doing the video form. We're using that as our modus operandi, our main focus. This is what we're trying to do now as we transition into the visual realm. So
the 21st century
video. So make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube, or you check us out on Facebook Live or on Spotify. We have our video podcast now on Spotify.
Nice.
So very interesting stuff there.
Yep. So plenty of ways to watch the Crispy Noodle podcast. You can also get in touch with us individually on Twitter to share your sports, entertainment, and on-news stories, just like Joe did. And
thank you, Joe.
You can have your content featured here on the show, so make sure you contact us on Twitter. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. You can find us on Twitter and send us news stories you want us to talk about. If it's odd news, make sure it goes to me so that we don't spoil Mike's reaction.
Don't spoil the good times.
Yeah, look at that reaction he had.
I'm stressed and entertained all at once.
You've had a hell of a week.
I've had a hell of a week.
Between
now
Bruno's
you're telling
wedding.
me invisible aliens can get married? What's next?
Yes, there you go.
Unbelievable.
Look, we need to have some sort of weird wedding festival between the Ferris wheel lady, the airplane lady,
invisible
and now
aliens.
the alien lady.
I'm sure there's more out there. Send them our way.
Yeah, send them our way. But for right now, we got to start wrapping this up. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. I think that will do it. Anything else, Mike?
Go get yourself a good alien guy.
Yeah, but don't go all the way.
No,
they can destroy you.
Kill you.
Right. But that'll be it. That's our last bit of advice. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later. Bye-bye, all you fine people.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.